According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Rebecca and her brother took their parents' vehicle from a condo and then picked up an unknown male and female. Rebecca's brother was dropped off at the condo in Chelan. Rebecca stayed in the stolen vehicle with the male and female. The vehicle was found in Chelan, but Rebecca and the two individuals are still missing. If anyone has any information, contact the number on the screen. ASWSU is trying to find a new way to spread the word about the election. According to the Daily Evergreen, ASWSU senators confirmed to suspend the bylaw which required candidates running for ASWSU office to collect at least 50 signatures because of the challenges brought on by the pandemic. Senators are hoping to take advantage of the opportunity by using social media to try and increase the voter turnout.
The newly launched One WSU is looking to restructure systems across the WSU campuses. One of the main focuses of One WSU is determining to handle finances, leadership positions, and research on a campus-to-campus basis, or the university as a whole. The position of Pullman Chancellor is being created as well. President Kirk Schultz hopes that One WSU will unite the whole system that WSU represents.
According to Pullman Radio, Gritman Medical Center in Moscow has administered 69% of their COVID-19 vaccines. They have received so far out of the 3,300 doses. The hospital has administered 2,300 shots.
Positivity rates for COVID-19 tests are dropping at the University of Idaho. 6 tests came back positive for a rate just below 1% at U of I last week. That's down from the previous week's positivity rate of 1.1%. U of I will be continuing with its hybrid format of in-person classes and office instruction for the duration of spring.
There were 5 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Whitman County Thursday. Since the start of the pandemic, Whitman County has seen 3,270 confirmed cases of COVID-19. 41 people in Whitman County have died due to coronavirus since the start of the pandemic. Whitman County is moving towards the end of the moderate activity scale with 146 cases per 100,000 people.
Who is at higher risk for contracting COVID?
And these cold temperatures aren't only affecting us, they're affecting our favorite sea animals. More details up next.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
A study shows that pregnant women in Washington state were infected with COVID-19 at a higher rate of 70% than others at similar ages. The study shows that infection rates in minority pregnant women were even higher. An OBGYN at the University of Washington School of Medicine says that pregnancy should be considered a high-risk health condition for the COVID-19 vaccine. While there is little information about the safety of the vaccine for pregnant women, Pfizer announced the start of its clinical trial to evaluate the vaccine in pregnant women.
There's an effort to save sea turtle animals in Texas. According to CNN, more than 2,600 turtles have been rescued from the freezing waters around South Padre Island at the southern tip of Texas. Volunteers and wildlife officials have been finding stranded turtles and sending them to nonprofit Sea Turtle Incorporated, where the turtles are rescued at the facility. Power outages have made the rescues more difficult, but with the help of a new generator, the organization is able to warm up the turtles.
Millions of people were left without power and now have to boil water for their own well-being. Frozen pipes are bursting, turning an energy crisis into a water crisis. Harris County, Texas, which includes Houston, has over 1 million people facing a water shortage. However, progress is being made this morning. There are less than 500,000 people left without power, as well as restoring power to water utility stations.
NASA's Perseverance rover successfully landed on Mars today. Perseverance is the latest rover that has been sent to the red planet. The 300-million-mile journey was completed to begin search for signs of past life on Mars. Because of the distance, no communication was possible between the rover and humans, so it had to land itself. Perseverance landed in Jezero Crater, a region of Mars that is thought to have once been a massive lake. I'm not sure how I feel about all this snow. Can you tell us if there's an end in sight, Alex?
Thanks, Jared. So as we can see today, there's a high of 30 and a low of 29. There wasn't much fluctuation in the temperature today, but there was a 15-mile-per-hour wind, which made it feel much colder than usual. The wind chill made it feel about 18 degrees, so I know that's something I felt when I was going for a walk today. And then so as we move on to tomorrow, we're going to have late snow showers today moving into tomorrow morning. The wind will also stay around for about 12 miles per hour. We'll have a high of 34 and a low of 26. The wind should dissipate throughout the day as well as the snow. But if you're out in the morning getting ready for work or school, just be ready for the snow because it will be there. As we move on to the whole state here, we had a high of 43 in Seattle and a low of 39. So back to the normal west side weather, cloudy and rainy, as well in the capital of Olympia. It was a high of 43 and a low of 40. So back to normal weather as they normally have on the west side of the state. As we move over to central Washington, you can see Yakima with a high of 33 and a low of 22. Again, kind of normal for this time of year, pretty cold, snow on the ground. And Tri-Cities with a high of 31 and a low of 26. So pretty normal weather for this time of year in central Washington. And as we make our way over to eastern Washington, more snow, not surprising for people who live on this side of the state. In Spokane, we had a high of 33 and a low of 28. And in Pullman, we had a high of 30 and low of 29 as we move on over to our 5-casts. And you can see, as I mentioned, Thursday and Friday. Saturday, more morning showers. Sunday, a high of 39. It'll be a little bit lower than that. It'll be about 32 on Sunday. And Monday, we have a high of 44 and a low of 32. Expect morning showers that will turn into snow on Monday. That's all I have for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alex. The Cougs look to beat the Bears this weekend.
And WSU baseball hits the road. Korea Pounds has the details next.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Good evening, I'm Korea Pounds with your sports update. The WSU Cougars look to bounce back tonight after their loss on Monday against the California Golden Bears. The Cougars lost part 2 of the Apple Cup on Monday without their star point guard, Isaac Bonton. The Golden Bears are getting junior guard Matt Bradley back in the starting lineup. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. as the Cougars look to get back in the win column after losing back-to-back games. Cougar baseball returns for the first time since March 10th of last year as they face UC Davis starting tomorrow in a 4-game series. The Cougars look to start the 2021 season on a hot start after the long pause because of the games canceled due to the season being canceled last year. Head coach Brian Green says he is excited to see what this team can do this year.
We're going to go into the opening weekend with, we're going to play a few guys, kind of the same thing that we were a week ago. And
Pitch for tomorrow's game is set for 2 p.m. against UC Davis. Former Seattle Mariners starting pitcher James Paxton officially returned to the team today. Paxton signed a one-year, $8.5 million contract with the Seattle Mariners on Tuesday, and the deal became official today. Paxton is known as the Big Maple for Mariner fans while throwing the last no-hitter in Mariners history. Current shortstop for the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. signed a 14-year contract extension worth $340 million, one of the biggest deals in MLB history. According to USA Today, his new contract will keep him under contract until the year 2035. Tatis, who was 22, would have been a free agent after the 2024 regular season, but the Silver Slugger is now under contract for another decade and a half. The Philadelphia Eagles agreed to trade quarterback and former MVP candidate Carson Wentz to the Indianapolis Colts today. According to ESPN, the Colts traded a 2021 third-round draft pick and a conditional 2022 second-round pick that could turn into a first-rounder if Wentz starts 75% of the games. Wentz was the second overall pick in 2016 for the Eagles and is now the starter for the Colts. For all you Disney lovers out there, yet another reboot of a classic movie is in the works.
One of our favorite villains is making a return to the big screen. Next.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Disney has a new live-action film, Cruella, set to release May 28th. The movie is a spin-off from the famous 101 Dalmatians. Walt Disney Studios released the new trailer to the movie, captioning it, "Brilliant, bad, a little bit of mad, May 2021. The film stars Emma Stone as Cruella."
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org, MN8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.